Evil, just the word itself, sends a chill down the spine. It's not something we can easily define, yet we know it when we see it. In fact, we don't need to see it. We feel it. The truth about evil is this: it doesn't need to announce itself. It hides in plain sight, cloaked in smiles, false kindness, and carefully crafted masks. But here's the unsettling part. It doesn't lurk only in dark alleys or behind locked doors. No, evil can fester in the spaces we trust the most: schools, places of worship, even the homes of those we call friends. It's this insidious, quiet presence that makes it so dangerous. When you finally see through the mask, when you recognize the darkness hiding behind the facade, something shifts. Evil doesn't retreat, it reacts. It begins to show its true nature in ways you might not expect. And trust me, it's not just in what they say, but in what they do. When evil knows you've uncovered its secrets, it fights back, not with force, but with calculated manipulative moves designed to confuse, intimidate, and control. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on these behaviors. Using the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, we'll break down 7 specific things evil people do when they realize you've figured them out. This isn't just about identifying these signs, it's about understanding them, staying calm and standing firm. Knowledge is your greatest weapon. And by the end of this video, you'll be armed with everything you need to recognize, resist, and protect yourself against their tactics. Let's dive in and confront the darkness, not with fear, but with unshakable clarity and courage. Sign number 1, they give you strange vibrations. Vibrations are not just fleeting sensations. They are a deep instinct, an invisible alarm bell ringing within your soul. We live in a sea of energy where everything around us, even people, emits unique frequencies. And when you encounter someone with malicious intent, their negative energy doesn't just affect your mind, it permeates the space around you, leaving you with a sense of unease. Have you ever walked into a room and felt discomfort you couldn't explain? That's not your imagination, that's vibration. Toxic individuals are often masters of subtlety. When they realize you've seen through their facade, their behavior shifts in noticeable ways. Smiles that once seemed genuine now feel calculated. Questions suddenly become invasive, making you feel as though they're trying to expose you. Every word, every gesture carries an unspoken message. I won't let you get away easily. These vibrations aren't just unsettling, they're a deliberate strategy, a manipulation designed to regain control. I've experienced this myself in the workplace. A colleague I once trusted revealed their true nature: selfish, envious, and scheming. When I recognized their true colors and began to distance myself, they didn't confront me outright. Instead, they switched tactics. They started asking unnecessary questions, monitoring my every move, and even spreading rumors to tarnish my reputation. At first, it kept me up at night with stress, but I realized the best way to counter this wasn't retaliation, it was staying calm and steadfast. I learned to ignore their negative vibrations and focus on my work. Strangely, as I stopped reacting, their influence began to fade. Stoic philosophy offers a vital lesson for moments like these. Epictetus once said, "We are not disturbed by what happens around us, but by how we interpret it. The truth is, strange vibrations and negative energy can't harm you unless you allow them to." When facing manipulative behavior, the most important thing is to maintain your inner calm. Those unsettling vibrations are just a test of your resilience, an opportunity to prove that your composure and wisdom are more powerful than any malicious intent. So, have you ever felt this way? Has someone's presence made you uneasy without explanation? How did you handle it? Share your story in the comments. By connecting and learning from one another, we can discover ways to preserve our inner peace, even when facing life's most challenging situations. Sign number 2, they lie to cover up past lies. Lies are like a finely woven web that even the one weaving it cannot escape. Each lie told doesn't just cover the truth, it adds another thread to this tangled web, making everything more complex. When malicious individuals realize their truth has been exposed, they never choose to confront it. Instead, they spin more lies, creating new layers of deceit in an attempt to regain control. Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher, once said, "Man cannot learn what he thinks he already knows." This perfectly encapsulates those who live by lies. They deceive not only others, but also imprison themselves in ignorance, blinding their ability to recognize the light of truth. In reality, we've all encountered lies at some point, and at times we've even been less than truthful ourselves. Research suggests that the average person lies 1 to 2 times a day. These are often minor untruths, like small jokes or efforts to avoid hurting someone's feelings. But malicious individuals don't lie to protect others' emotions. They lie to protect themselves, to cover up wrongdoings, and to safeguard their personal interests. When one lie is discovered, instead of admitting to it, they continue to deny and create a chain of fabricated stories to justify their initial deceit. This leads to an endless cycle where each new lie entangles them further in betrayal. Such individuals don't just break trust, they betray themselves. Deep down, they know that with every lie, they drift further from the truth and deeper into a pit of dishonesty. Deceit doesn't just destroy relationships, it erodes their own sense of value. I once had a close friend, someone I trusted completely. He came to me with a story of financial hardship and asked for a short-term loan to help him get through tough times. Trusting him, I didn't hesitate to lend the money, but I later discovered that he hadn't used the funds as he had claimed. Instead, he had spent it on extravagant indulgences I had no idea about. When I confronted him, he didn't admit to it. He denied everything and fabricated another story to cover his actions. He blamed circumstances, other people, and even tried to make me feel guilty for doubting him. This made me realize that for such individuals, trust is not something they value. They are willing to break it to harm those around them as long as it serves their objectives. Deep down, they know each lie drives them further from the truth. Yet they persist because to them, truth is not something to face but something to conceal. When dealing with such people, the most important thing is to maintain your composure and clarity. As Stoic philosophy teaches, it's not events that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. Don't let lies disrupt your peace of mind. The truth is always more powerful than any web of deceit. Up next, let's explore another sign of malicious individuals when they realize you've uncovered their true nature. Sign number 3, they only come around when they need you. Have you ever felt like you were just a pit stop in someone else's journey? They show up when they need you the most, with sweet words and sincere gestures. But the moment they get what they want, they vanish without hesitation. It leaves you questioning whether your kindness has been taken advantage of. People like this never genuinely care about you. They care only about what they can extract from the relationship. And when they realize you've seen through their facade, their actions become more calculated and deliberate. At first, they make you believe they are trustworthy companions, always there when you need them. But once you begin to see their darker side, it becomes evident they only show up when they have something to gain. And when you're the one in need, they're nowhere to be found. These individuals are like opportunists, always calculating their moves. When there's nothing left to gain, they withdraw, leaving you feeling betrayed and hurt. What's even more disheartening is when things settle down, they return with insincere apologies and perfectly crafted excuses, hoping to make you believe their absence was